Snow has been melting and transitioning into mud. Things are thawing out, the sun is shining and warming up, and so we're moving as quickly as we can to process cuttings. The bulk of this will be for shipping to folks that ordered cuttings from us this spring. There's also some really large-scale local orders that we're satisfying this year. It's an amazing resource to be able to work with elderberry and willow and currants in the form of dormant hardwood cuttings. These are all sizes that are appropriate to plant in nursery beds or to field plant with a little bit of TLC. We also do live stakes for local folks. But the thing that's amazing about cuttings is how resilient they are and their ability to root in very tough conditions. In this video, I'd like to share an interesting story of cuttings that were left over winter in weird media, really acidic pine sawdust with tons of aroma and resin in a garage that froze pretty solid in a cold snap without really getting any watering. And now they're sitting on rotting compost that is emanating a little bit of warmth, and they're all rooting. I want to show you how that is working. It's pretty amazing how strong these plants are. We did a cutting sale this winter, and what was left over, some of it went to donate for some food security projects in the local area for their nursery production. And the rest of them, you can see all these crates here, or all these pots. These were just packed with the sawdust that we had for shipping. It was really weird resinous hemlock and white pine sawdust, very fresh. Wouldn't really describe it as the best material for trying to hold cuttings. And each one of these froze absolutely solid in the garage. They kind of dried out a little bit as well. I recently brought them outside because we needed room in the garage and put them on this particular compost pile. You can see this metal ring here. There's one bay and a second bay. These two, this one's getting full, so at some point I need to move these. These handle all sorts of food scraps and manures that we don't want to put in the chicken yard. You can see some, orange peels there, our coffee grinds go in here. And so this is a compost pile that gets pretty warm. Not excessively, it's not crazy steaming, it froze a little this winter. But all of these cuttings are banked in their containers, in their weird media, in this material. This is just hot compost with some wood chips on top to insulate, and without any other treatments. We've had freezing, we've had 7 degrees one night. This is what they're all starting to look like. This is without a bottom heat mat or anything like that. You can see all those white rings, those are called callousing. That's at the bottom of these elderberry cuttings. That's very, very promising. That means they're very close to pushing roots. These would do well to be planted in a field to grow for a season pretty much ASAP. I'm putting them back in a very rough way because I'm actively filming. These are pink champagne, pink currants in the same container. There are a couple that have some nice rings starting to form on the ends, which means they're very, very close to beginning the rooting process. And again, these are cuttings that froze solid in weird media, started to root just on rotting material in a pile outside. These pots have, one side has a variety of elderberry. These are wildwood elderberry, and this is willow. This happens to be a variety called Winter Glory, which we don't have many in the landscape, so I wanted to ramp them up. So those are rooting. Oh my gosh. Rooting enough where it's like, oh boy, I gotta really act on this, because normally you can just push the cuttings right into the ground. When they start having roots, you need to dig a little, loosen the soil, and be thoughtful. You can break roots, it's not the end of the world. These are a little bit past ideal planting because they're a little fragile now, but they're going to root, and for being early March, it's pretty amazing how much is going on there. So there's no electricity involved in this, there's no fossil fuels, there's no fragility, it's just the excess warmth coming off of a compost pile that was filled and is kind of mellowing. Some wood chips around these in order to insulate and kind of buffer them from the coldest of the cold. The tops can get as cold as they want, they've already frozen, and the bottoms are starting to warm up and begin the rooting process. One more, this is another interesting willow variety. I haven't opened this one up yet. Okay, crazy amounts. Now here it looks like it got excessively warm and it maybe cooked it a little, but it's still making roots and it's making new shoots. So I trust that these will grow. The point of this discussion is to highlight the resilience of a lot of these plants, that there are cuttings that were left over, so they were the ones that we passed over at the end of a sale, stored in really acidic, resinous, aromatic pine and hemlock sawdust, which is not amazing, in a garage that froze, brought outside and put on rotting material with some wood chips around it, and we're at about 80 to 90% rooting in early March. Those plants can each get 3 to 5 feet tall very easily this growing season if they're planted out sooner than later and taken care of, and will either be saleable or an extremely field-ready plant by fall of 2026. Next year they'll be taller than the willows and elderberries, and the currants will be making fruit. It's amazing how strong these plants are. All of this is to translate into strong encouragement. If you haven't worked with hardwood cuttings of willow, elderberry, and currant, consider doing so. We'll offer them again in the fall and again in the winter if we can. And you can see here we're doing very thoughtful holding, where they are in nice, balanced, aged compost with a little bit of aged sawdust. That's their ideal scenario. If all of these were put on a compost pile, they would start rooting pretty much right away, which is amazing. But for now, we're going to hold them in the shade and move them along to folks that ordered them this spring as soon as we can. Look at all those colors, all the beautiful willow. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah, rooting plants that are easy from cuttings is a very, very worthwhile activity, something to explore. Hope it works well for you. Let me know in the comments your experience with rooting plants.